Well, hello again. Welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do a September 2022 reading for the sign of Pisces. If this is your first time, thank you for coming by. Welcome. Sit a while. And if you're returning, you're awesome. Love you. You're my rock. You're my support. Couldn't do without you. Okay, Pisces, let's get started here. What message does Pisces need to know for September 2022? Okay, we got a little action going on here. You know, I'm not sensing too much urgency in your shuffling, so that might be the tone of this reading, which is fine. Good news is always welcome. Doesn't have to be harsh and heavy and gloomy and doomy. Okay, cards of advice for Pisces. What can you tell me about, well, what advice can you give me now that you've told me about the situation for Pisces? Yeah. Wow, and just kind of rattled off there. Cool, okay. All right, let's get started. Two of spades. You kind of had, you have some kind of split with somebody. It's a division. I'm trying to pick up if it's a romantic relationship. Not really feeling it. It could be a friend. Wow, more spades. Three of spades. So you really went through some worry, some anguish about this. And there was a third element that was complicating it. And with the Six of Hearts, yeah, you're looking at new opportunities in relationships. So I think this is a past relationship, romantic in nature, maybe just somebody you were dating. So it splits fell with them, and it's pretty permanent. It puts you through kind of a lot with the Three of Spades. It's not terrible, but there's a significant amount of worry with that. The energy is clear now. With this Six of Hearts, you're looking at new opportunities, and it's basically the message of this card is the way is clear now for relationships. So whatever work you did with this, the processing, it's kind of like behind you. Four diamonds. Interestingly enough, this is talking about some kind of windfall. Now, we're kind of on the relationship scenario here. So I don't know if this is talking about, in general, you're feeling very abundant. Like maybe you got your life back together. There is also a warning with this card. With this abundance or this feeling of abundance, not to go too crazy, not to go over the top, overspend, being luxurious. Now, I'm not seeing that necessarily literally finances, but if it fits your situation, by all means take it. Just a warning there not to maybe take it for granted. That's what I'm hearing. Don't take it for granted. Nine of Spades. Now this is back to kind of some dark energy, but it's a completion. This is being down, very disappointed. You've had like a major loss, and I think this is where the split comes into picture. Whoever this is, it's a person. I'm not picking out work scenario. Oh, Eight of Diamonds, but your finances, interestingly, are looking very, very nice. There's some hard work that's paid off. You're reaping the rewards, and you're definitely experiencing some kind of abundant gain. I keep hesitating to say money. It's not necessarily money. There's some kind of abundance here. It's possible whoever you were with here was a financial drain on you, and this is where the sense of abundance is coming back. And the hard work is like processing, going through that. Like, it's like the finances themselves haven't changed significantly. It's how you can use them now. It's freed up your finances. That's what I'm picking up on. Five of Spades. Now, very much in tune with this disappointment, loss, splitting up with somebody. This is about literally breaking up with somebody, having a disruption in your living situation. Now, this is the scenario that you're facing, so I feel like this has already happened, or it's about to. Maybe you're like on the brink of one person moving out. They needed time to get their stuff together to get their butt out of your life, or vice versa. You're getting your butt out of theirs. It's the breakup card, though, and there is an element with that Five of Spades. I won't lie. There's like a surprise element. I don't know. Maybe you didn't think it would come to this. Maybe you didn't think it would happen this quickly. I'm hearing that. You didn't think it would happen that quickly. What else can you tell me about the situation Pisces is dealing with at the moment with this breakup? Jack of Hearts. Nice energy again, in line with your Six of Hearts and how relationships are now free to explore. Yeah. You're free to explore these relationships with a young heart. The Jack is young energy. There's an element of innocence to it, because they're just less experienced. There's no air of being jaded around this, or being cautious that your heart's going to be broken. It could be that you've met somebody younger than you, but it has to do around the emotions and feeling emotional around it, or the person. So the Jack could be you or somebody else. Somebody you got your eye on, maybe, that's younger than you. Huh. What else can you tell me about Pisces relationship situation? Three of Hearts. Very nice. Well, this is actually a little bit of a player energy card. It can literally mean a love triangle. You know what? In this context, because you're done with somebody here with the Two of Spades, and the Five of Spades about somebody, like your living situation changing. I think this is where the Three of Hearts and energy comes in, honestly. I don't think it's like you're trying to choose between people. You're stuck between the old relationship because the person isn't gone completely out of your life, and moving on to this new energy of the Jack of Hearts. That's how I see this. Yeah, I really don't. I don't pick up that you have like somebody playing around on you, because it can be interpreted that way. But no, not in this situation. Not at all. Not at all. I think it's just that you're still trying to get out of the mud or the murk. I don't know if murk is a word, but I heard murk. The murky waters of this relationship that is over. You know what I mean? You're just kind of trying to settle that and get it out of your life. I can personally, I can relate to that. Won't say anymore, but I can relate to that. Just wanting it to be over. Five of Hearts. Now, yeah, again, changes are to be made or are happening, and this is about separation. Yeah, this is about somebody leaving. Now, in some situations, it's not a negative thing, believe it or not. It could be like somebody going off to college. But it's around... The important thing to focus on with this Five of Hearts, it's somebody that is close to your heart. And I think even when we split up with people, even though there could be some animosity or things that aren't settled, the dust isn't settled, I think we still have... We carry a connection with them, whether we like it or not. There's actually some spiritual teachers out there that talk about why breakups, especially divorce, are so hard on our body. There's a very physical connection. When I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about we develop a physiological connection with somebody else. The longer we're with them, it's like you can't get their energy off of you. It's not that easy. It's like pulling off a scab. It's like trying to remove a limb. They become integrated with our physiology, even our brains, and the way our spiritual energy is tied in with our bodies. It's very fascinating. I don't have a specific video or book or anything to refer you to if you're interested, but do a little searching around and you will see that this is one of the reasons we experience a broken heart. Because it literally is a physical thing we go through, not just a broken heart. It's not just emotional. A part of our physiology it's maybe not even on the conscious level is affected. That's what that card is about. That you still have this change to go through. I think that's where the third energy comes in again. I still think you're kind of tied up with this past relationship, and you know it's over, but you know you still have to tie up loose ends. Let's look at your cards of advice. 8 of Clubs, very nice. It's a little bit of a crossroads energy, which kind of actually fits in nicely with what I was just saying. You're kind of at this point where you have to wait, but there is a decision to be made, like where do you go from here? There's also a little bit of an energy of being stuck on an idea or stuck on perhaps a time frame. Like maybe you have a time frame in your mind and you're stuck and you're like, oh, this has to be done by X. It has to be done by this date at this time. I would just advise you, if that's going on, that you need to be patient with yourself. Not necessarily with the other person, but patient with yourself. I heard that came in from somewhere into my psyche. 4 of Clubs. This is about security and feeling stable in your home life. This is actually a very nice indication that you've achieved some kind of balance. I don't see you emotionally bogged down with this. I'll be honest. I just see it as you need to wrap up some final details and physically move out from this person. Jack of Diamonds. It's kind of the young, fresh energy of being young, inexperienced. It could represent a person. It could be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. But with the diamonds, you're looking at like having a new money situation. And we kind of did see cards of some kind of windfall. I don't see it as and I didn't see it as a windfall so much as you having your finances freed. Like they were tied up with this other person in some way. So now you're experiencing kind of a rejuvenation and you're feeling young and free with that, and maybe a little bit like, wow, what do I do now? It's exciting, huh? These 2 cards here, we got Queen of Spades. This one's stuck. Wow, look at that. This is actually the card of completion and reaching some kind of prosperity. This is awesome prosperity, this 10 of Diamonds. I'm going to talk about that first. Honestly, this is kind of the card that I see when people have been working a career for a long time. They've made a lot of... they've reached a lot of levels in that career, and now they get to enjoy their success, that kind of thing. Could also mean, honestly, just like getting really, really rich, like if you're a business owner. But that's what the 10 of Diamonds represents. Now it's with this Queen of Spades, which is very interesting. She's a little bit reserved. People don't exactly trust her because she seems to have a little bit of a malicious side to her. But I think it's all about she doesn't say a whole lot. She's very reserved. She holds back. She doesn't tell you what she's thinking. But she does have maturity on her side because she's a queen and she has a little authority. Now, in conjunction with this Ten of Diamonds, very interesting dynamic. It's almost like, I feel like maybe you're not quite convinced that you're free and clear with the finances, but I think it's showing that you are. That makes sense. I think your energy is wrapped up with this Queen of Spades, Pisces. You're suspicious of it. You're not saying a whole lot. You're not advertising the fact that you're financially free. But the Ten of Diamonds is indicating to me that you do have freedom. Some energy maybe was, well, I think it was obvious. Your energy in the financial arena was blocked in some way, and now it's not. And it's wrapped up. It's a completion. Especially with this Jack of Diamonds, it's kind of a confirmation for me. What other cards of advice can we get out here for Pisces? Six of Spades. This was destined. So when I see this card, I think of our life path, our overall goals, what we're here to achieve, our soul growth, all that good stuff, right? This was destined. It's also, again, the card of opportunities and journeys that you can take now, paths, doors you can open, because you fulfilled this part of your destiny. I was just looking at this Eight of Clubs, though, and seeing and remembering you are still, like, kind of stuck in this limbo. So I don't think that you feel... This is what I'm getting. I don't think that you feel like your path is open. That's why the resistance with this Queen. Okay, there was a camera glitch. I had to change my battery. Sorry about that, Pisces. Anyway... What I was saying a second ago, I think this is where this Queen of Spades energy comes in, and you being a little suspicious that you really haven't made it because you're at this crossroads. This is something I'm picking up. This isn't a specific card, but it was triggered when I took out the Six of Spades and seeing how this path that you've gone down in this relationship and how it's turned out. You probably are still kind of in the space of not believing that the turmoil is over, because it's not. The card of somebody needing to separate and move out, change in lifestyle. Five of Clubs as well. Yeah, it was just kind of reacting to that Queen of Spades energy. I think that's why you're suspicious that it's you're not feeling like you've achieved really what you've achieved, if that makes sense. You've achieved a lot more than you think you have. How about that? Any more cards of advice? Yes. And we have the Jack of Spades. Very interesting. Very interesting. This is my other card of it can be interpreted as a person. I don't think so. I see this card more often as suspicious energy, not trusting that you are free now. I'm hearing that. You're not trusting that you're free. You think you're still stuck up with this person. Caught up in the mire, caught up in the quicksand, however you picture that. You're very suspicious that this is never going to end. I think, Pisces, you have this feeling that this is never going to end. It's dragging out. I think that's the message here for you. The advice is to realize that you really do have kind of this new start with, it's not necessarily the new start card, but I see the Jack of Diamonds here kind of saying you have kind of this new opportunity with your finances that you're completely inexperienced in. Especially with this, tells me that you've reached some kind of turning point. It's like you've turned a corner. Now, you may not be rolling in money. You may not be like, oh, I'm not wealthy by any stretch of the word. This is crazy. But again, I want to go back to this saying. I think sometimes I don't think I mentioned it in this video. I know I've talked about this in other videos. When we have our energy wrapped up in something so strongly in one area of our life, other areas of our life, they don't get that energy. And I think you had this block in your finances. That's why you have suddenly the card of having a windfall. And the other one over here is the Eight of Diamonds, of hard work paying off and reaping financial gain. You may not feel like you're that person. You may not feel wealthy, but you've turned some kind of major corner. I think that's the important thing to realize here. And yes, you're still kind of at this crossroads. The cards are acknowledging that. It just hasn't completely come full circle yet, but it will. You can count on that. Okay, Pisces, I'm going to wrap it up there. Again, sorry for the little interruption in the taping. I actually use a camera. I don't use my cell phone. So I have to replace the battery at the right time, or it will cut off on me. It uses a lot of battery juice. Enough of my rambling. Thank you for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Please subscribe, hit notifications if you want to see when your mid-September reading comes out, okay? And you take care until I see you again. Hang in there.